The selection of an elective paper in CA final is an important decision as it can have significant impact on your career and on your CA final results. Hi everyone, my name is Tanvi Sukhija. I'm your career coach and mentor, helping you accelerate your career by rising above the mediocrity. In this video, I'll be explaining you every factor you have to consider before selecting an elective paper, a brief description of all the subjects which are given by the institute as a choice in selection of your elective paper. Coming to the point, what is an elective examination and why we have to select one of the 6 choices given by the institute. In Group 2 of CA Final Examination, it consists of 4 papers which are divided 3 core papers and 1 elective paper. Elective paper is an open book examination of 4 hours divided into 4 case studies of 25 marks each. In this paper, Institute of Chartered Accountants of India has given you a choice to select any one of the 6 papers so that you can analyze what is best for you and what is as per your interest you want to select that subject. What all are the 6 choices given by the institute in selecting an elective paper? Paper number 1 is risk management, number 2 is financial services and capital market, number 3 is international taxation, number 4 is economic laws, number 5 is global financial reporting standard, and number 6 is multidisciplinary case study. But how can you select one out of these 6 choices available when you haven't studied for these papers yet? I'm going to make it a little easy for you so that you can assess what is as per your interest and what is you want to give the paper in. I'll be providing you with brief explanation of each of the 6 examinations and the factors which you should consider before selecting the elective paper for yourself. Since you haven't studied these 6 exams yet, it would be a bit difficult for you to understand what all is given in each of the subjects. However, I'm going to make it easy for you by helping you with the relatability of each of the 6 papers with what you have studied in your CA finals so far. Here are the 5 things which you should consider before making the decision of selecting an elective paper. Number 1, alignment with your interest. Make sure to choose that subject which aligns with your interest, which is your strength. It is always better to play on your strength. So always remember that you select the subject which you are very good at. Remember which you have inclined towards that subject, which you are inclined in, which is as per your interest, so that it will be easier for you to crack that examination. Number 2 is career aspiration. Keeping into the mind your career aspiration and then making a decision of selecting the elective subject, because selecting an elective paper is important for clearing CA final as well as your life after becoming chartered accountant. So yes, whether or not you want to enter into job or whether you want to do business, whether you want to enter into practice, you have to give a consideration to these subjects, these factors, so that you can select that subject for you. Number 3 is understanding the exam format. It is important for you to understand the exam format of the subject you are choosing for yourself so that you will get familiar with what all you have to do in that examination. Number 4 is syllabus. You have to be well versed with the syllabus, topics covered in that subject, concepts covered in that subject, so that you can choose whether this is what you want for yourself or not, whether this you want to for selection of your elective subject or not. Understand the syllabus, understand the topics covered, concepts covered, and then decide which subject you want to choose for your elective paper. And number 5 is resources available. Since it is an open book examination, it is important for you to consider what all are the resources available for that subject. Obviously, you will get the study material from the institute website, but consider various other resources which are available, which you have to refer or which you might have to refer in the examination while attempting your elective paper. It could be your summary book, your concepts book, your revision test paper, your mock test paper, or your practical question or any other thing which you would want to refer while preparing or while giving the examination. These are the things which you should keep in mind before making the decision for yourself. And always remember, do not follow the herd, do not follow what your friend is taking. Just remember what you want so that you can select what is best for you, what is as per your interest, and then excel in that subject. Because CA final में कोई chances हमें नहीं लेने हैं and we have to clear CA final. So CA final clear करने में एक important decision और important factor is for elective examination. If you have select a good elective paper for yourself, it is easier for you to score well and get good amount of marks in your CA final. Let us now understand the list of subject choices available to us in the brief so that you can decide whether you want to take a particular subject or not. Number 1 is risk management. This subject covers various aspects of risk management, including risk assessment, risk modeling, risk evaluation, and mitigation of risk in a business environment. It also covers corporate governance and enterprise and operational risk management. Coming to relatability, this subject is closely related to what you have studied so far in your audit paper and your strategic financial management. 90% of the paper is of theory and rest 10% is practical. Two things to consider before selecting risk management as your elective paper: whether or not you are good in theory, whether or not you like auditing and SFM. If your answer to both of the question is yes, you should definitely take risk management. Is it considered one of the easiest of the 6 choices available? Number 2 is financial service and capital market. This subject covers various aspects of financial market, including investment banking, mutual fund, insurance, and other financial products. It also covers capital market regulation and financial market operation, like SEBI guideline, banking reforms, and every other thing. Basic objective of this subject is to make students well versed with the practical world of financial and capital market. If you are inclined towards investment banking or stock market, financial market, then you should take up this subject. It is closely related to what you have studied so far in paper number 2 of CA final exam, that is strategic financial management. 85 to 90% of this paper is theory and rest is practical. So ask yourself these 3 questions: whether or not you are inclined towards financial and capital market, whether or not you like strategic financial management, whether or not you are good in theory. If the answer to all 3 questions is yes, you can take financial market and capital market as your elective paper. Number 3 is international taxation. This subject covers principles of international taxation, including taxation of cross-border transaction and transfer pricing. It also includes tax treaties and their interpretation. In layman language, this subject is all about understanding the foreign laws and correlating that laws with the Indian laws. This paper is basically an extension of paper number 7 of CA final, that is direct and other international taxation laws. If you are inclined towards taxation or are doing articleship in taxation and want to pursue in taxation field, then you should take up this subject because this is what you are interested in. This subject would be a mix of both theory as well as practical, including understanding of the taxation concepts, analyzing them, solving the practical question, and every other thing related to tax. If you are good in tax, if you are interested in tax, you can attempt practical question as well as theory question for tax, and tax is your forte and you want to pursue with taxation field, then you should definitely take up international taxation laws. Number 4 is economic laws. This subject covers all the economic laws which are listed down in the syllabus of this subject as per the institute and their application in business environment. The basic objective of this subject is to make students well versed with all the laws and their interpretation in the business environment. It covers laws like Foreign Exchange Management Act, Prevention of Money Laundering Act, Benami Property Act, Insurance or Intellectual Property Act, all other acts which are listed by the institute in the syllabus. This subject is basically related to what you have studied in paper number 4 of your CA final exam, that is corporate and economic laws, and is an extension of your part B of that subject, that is economic laws. If you are someone who likes to study law, likes to interpret law, likes to analyze law, and is interested in answering theory questions, then you should take up this subject. In my personal opinion, I have taken up this subject because A, I liked the law subject, and B, I was interested more in theory, and writing theory comes naturally to me, comes easy to me. That is why I have chosen up this subject, and resultingly I have scored 70 marks in my elective paper. Number 5 is Global Financial Reporting Standard. Global Financial Reporting Standard covers the principle of international financial reporting standards and their application in preparation of financial statement. It basically involves the convergence of Indian accounting standards with international financial reporting standard. Basically involves understanding of IFRS and US GAAP. If you are someone who likes to study a lot of practical as well as theory of financial reporting, more inclined towards financial statement, then you should take up this subject. This subject is closely related to what all you have studied in paper number 1 of your CA final examination, that is financial reporting. And the last choice is multidisciplinary case study, is considered one of the toughest choice of all the 6 of the options given to you by the institute. Why? Because it covers all the subjects which are there in CA final, involves practical case studies approach, practical based scenario, and involves logical reasoning. If you have interest in all the business function, that is finance, accounting, taxation, auditing, strategic management, operational management, cost management, then you should take up this subject. You should consider whether or not what you want to do in future, whether this is what you want to do in future, whether you would want to analyze the business, understand them, give your solution basis the practical approach, basis the logical reasoning with your creative and innovative solution, then you should take up this subject because it will help you groom for your CA final as well as your future life once you have cleared your chartered accountancy. In case you have any question regarding your elective subject or your CA final or your CA intermediate or CA foundation or anything related to your CA journey, you can type down in the comment section below, or you can reach out to me on LinkedIn. I am adding the link to my LinkedIn profile in the description box below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, please subscribe it and hit the bell icon in order to get notified for all the upcoming videos. That is it for today. All the very best with your decision of selecting the elective paper. Bye bye.